back to Mirror and Thread. As promised, I thought I would take some of our favorite items from my latest Walmart try on and show you 4 different ways to style those. I really wanted to showcase just how incredibly versatile these items are. You can get a ton of wear out of these this season moving into fall and winter season, and the quality is so good. So I will link everything right below in the video description just like normal, and we'll jump in. So this dress is one of my favorite recent purchases. It is so affordable and the knit and everything is such good quality on this. So I wanted to show a couple different ways to style this. You can do it with a brown belt and just a sandal or a wedge or something even now. Since this is sleeveless, even though it's a sweater knit, I still think you can make this work for a church dress, a workwear dress even now, and then layer as it starts getting cooler. So that would be the first option, just something super simple. You could even take the belt off and do a sandal. You could do like a wide rattan belt if you wanted to bring some of those more kind of summer looking materials in, but I think this is super cute belted too. Also wanted to give it a little bit of a concert vibe, kind of a Western vibe. So I did it with a tall boot, and these are my favorite tall boots for this season because they have a little bit of like that kind of cowboy boot top, but the rest are just a normal suede boot. So you can wear these a ton as well, and it doesn't just have that Western feel like a cowboy boot would, but it gives you a little bit more of a trendy look than your classic top suede boot. So then I just threw on a little denim jacket and you are good to go. The next 2 options are more kind of workwear geared. So first I did a button down top underneath this, which I love doing for something that's sleeveless like this. It's just kind of an unusual way to style things. Usually people think layering over the top, but if you do have something like a sweater vest or a denim vest or something, throwing something underneath is a good way to get that extra layer in where your arms are gonna be warmer, but just something a little bit unique and trendy. So for this one, you wanna make sure that your shirt is somewhat thin because this is a thicker knit. So especially if it's not super cold where you are yet, just make sure that that's kind of a thinner knit, and the one that I have linked for you is. And then I did it with a really simple flat. So this would be great for workwear, an event, a meeting, something like that. Then the last option would be to throw a blazer over it if you're going workwear. You could also do a simple cardigan if you were going more for church, something a little bit more casual, lunch date, something like that. I think would be really good and easy for this, but since this is sleeveless, it is so easy to layer with. You don't get bulky sleeves underneath something, and I did it with a simple heel as well. You can never really go wrong with a striped shirt any time of year, but this one I liked because it's a little unique from just your classic black and white. I really like the navy and pink together. I think it just gives a little pop of color, but you can still style in most of the ways that you would a black and white top. And this one also does come in some other neutral colors as well. So I did this one with a little bit of a summer to fall flair. So for summer, very simple. You can do it with a denim short and sandals. And even though this is a knit top, since it's short sleeve, it's not one that's going to be super hot. So I think you can get away with doing it even if it's still warm where you are with a short. Then probably my favorite way to style it is with these white wide leg jeans. I think the colors in this are just so crisp and nice looking. And yes, I absolutely wear my white jeans all year round. I know white after Labor Day used to be a rule kind of forever ago. That is outdated. You can definitely wear your white denim, and I think white in the winter and fall is actually so crisp on. So this, you could do a little belt with this if you wanted to add an extra piece, but I think it's so cute just with booties and the white denim. Adorable color combo. I have actually already worn this once, and this is the way that I styled it when I wore it for church the other day, which is just to do a white maxi skirt. You could do really any skirt, and honestly most colors would work well with this. You could do a denim skirt, would be really cute, but this is something you can kind of dress up You could do this for workwear with a flat or a pump and still give you that same look. I just did it with a simple sandal and it was so cute and so easy. And I like the little mock neck. I just think and this quarter sleeve, I think it's so flattering on. Probably my favorite styling for this, and I think the color combo is maybe a little bit out of the box, is just to do it with a simple pair of jeans and then a utility jacket. Since this is a stripe, you can really do it with that olive green color and kind of treat it as a basic, but I like that it's different than your classic black and white. You can still get the versatility, but it gives the eye a little something different. Next up is this blazer that is incredible quality, such good fit on this one, and this is more of a structured blazer, so it's classic blazer material. It's not a knit, and I was just laughing looking back at all the ways that I styled this, and I didn't do one that's just very classic workwear, which I think is what you think of when you see this. I was going for kind of some more out of the box options for you. You may already have a blazer like this in your closet that you need some ideas for, so hopefully this will give you some options, but you can obviously definitely still style this with a pair of slacks, pencil skirt, something like that for workwear too. But I did it first with just a pair of cropped wide leg denim. I did a simple black tank that has a little cutout in it just for a little added detail, but this is a really good layering piece. If you're just going tank and jeans and you want something that's gonna give it that elevated look, I think throwing a blazer on instead of always a denim jacket, a utility jacket, a cardigan, is just something that's gonna give you that sophisticated chic vibe. And especially when you're in a Walmart outfit, that is an A+ for me. This one you definitely could make work for workwear, this styling, but it also can work more casually too. So I did it with this long maxi dress. I have several different versions of this dress and I wear this thing so much all year round. I've been wearing it a ton in the summer, just with sandals. It's so easy, but to do it in the fall, I love to throw a blazer over one of these. Like there's nothing more chic while still being so easy and comfortable. And then I did it with the little suede flats, like a Mary Jane flat. This would be great with a pump if you are doing it for workwear. It would be great with a sandal if you want something a little bit more casual. You could even do this with a sneaker and make it work. So I think this is super versatile look. I also had to break the boots back out for this because I think just the mix of the plaid with the denim, with the suede, and the sweater tank is all such a good mix of fabrics while still being in a neutral color palette. So this is a little mini skirt from Amazon I've had for years, wear it a ton. It's actually a skirt, so it's shorts in the back, and then the boots, and then throw the blazer over. And I would do this for a date night, a night out with friends, vacation, something like that. I think would be super fun and trendy, but still gives you that chic kind of buttoned up look. Then this one I do think is more out of the box, and I see this on women sometimes and I always think it looks so nice, and I'm trying to incorporate it more into my wardrobe, especially in layering season. But this is a loungewear set, guys. Like this is a sweatsuit basically. It's from Amazon. It's drawstring waist, short sleeve, just super comfy loungewear set with sneakers. But you throw a blazer over that and you are so chic and put together even in your sweats. And I just love the option of that. Of course, you can always throw on a sweatshirt, a hoodie, a zip up, something like that that's more casual. But how much different does it look to just throw this on? Like you feel basically just as comfortable as if you were wearing a sweatshirt, but you look so much more put together. Especially since this is a plaid, I just really like the mix of fabrics together. The black with the plaid I think is so stinking cute. You can still do your normal belt bag, you can still have that casual moment, but using this as a layering piece I think is great. This dress is definitely one of my favorites and seems to be one of you guys' favorites so far from the last video. This is a utility dress that is insanely good quality. It's so soft. The stitching on this looks so high-end and so expensive. The only thing I'll caution you with this one is it runs really big. So I am in the extra small. I would normally wear a small, so definitely size down. And this one, it is button down, and I feel like you do want that structured look. So I styled this lots of different ways for you. The first is probably the one that I would personally wear the most frequently, which is just little sweater draped over the shoulders that works as a layering piece if you need it. You can use a cardigan for this as well, and a fun pair of shoes. I love something that's like a little pop of color, a little pop of pattern, especially since this is a more neutral dress. This is a great way to get those fun shoes in. Also just wanted to show the option of throwing a sweater or a wrap sweater or something like that over the top of a dress. You can do this with really any dress that you have in your closet. This one worked pretty well because it does have kind of a lower V-neck since it is the wrap, and I wanted to be able to see the collar of this. And I didn't want, like, a crew neck is gonna be pretty bulky under here because of the collar. I didn't want that going on. So if you have a V-neck sweater though, even if it's not a wrap or you can have the tie, you can always throw a belt on over it. And I think that look is so cute and just gives you a different option. It basically makes it look like you're wearing a sweater and a skirt from having the same dress. So it is a little bit bulky in the sleeve just with this type of material. So just kind of be aware of that. But this works really well even for longer sleeve dresses if they're more of that thin fabric. So I think it's a great option for styling. So it'd be really good for workwear. And then I did it with a simple mule, throw a tote bag on, and you are ready for workwear. Okay, I got this little Western belt from Amazon a while back, and I have been having way too much fun styling this with everything. I think anything belted just elevates an outfit to the nth degree. Like, it makes it look like you tried. I love a good belt, and this one is so affordable and actually came in a 2-pack, white and black, and I have worn both of them so much. So I did just a little belt around it, and then the fun boots. You could do this with a cowboy boot, and it would make an adorable country concert outfit, little night out outfit. If you don't want to go for boots, you could do a bootie, something a little shorter. These were like a tall boot. You could do a flat with these. You could even do a sandal, something kind of lace up I think would be cute, sandal. So many options to kind of give you that more date night flair. Then this one is a twofer because I'm gonna talk about this sweater next, but I love the color combo of the sweater, which is also from Walmart, and this green together. And I just think a sweater over the shoulders, there's something so chic about it. I don't know, it just looks like you really tried. You can tie it if you want. Since this has more of a collar in the button situation, I kind of just prefer it draped. But I do actually like having the sweater. It is functional in that regard as well as a layering piece for the fall season. But it's also just cute draped over the shoulders. It just kind of gives it more of an elevated look. Then shoes wise, I did something a little bit more casual with a slip-on sandal. You could do a flat, you could even do a sneaker with this. I think would be cute as long as it's a kind of more elevated sneaker. You don't want like your running sneaker necessarily, but more of like an Adidas Samba, something like that I think would work well with this. And then just a simple bag. This is the ultimate fall sweater. Like, this is going to be one of those things that you grab over and over and over. Even though it's kind of a fun color palette, it's not the most neutral sweater, but I think you can style it with so many different things because of all the colors in it. And it just screams like pumpkin spice latte to me, which I think is fantastic. So first I did it with the dress over. You could, like I said, you could throw this over the top and do a belt or something with that as well, or a different dress would be another easy way to style this. Probably the most classic way is just with a simple pair of denim booties and a belt. You can't miss with this, you guys. Like this, it really doesn't matter what pair of denim you substitute in, what color the belt is, what color the shoes are, what sweater even you sub in. This is like fall guide 101, the easiest outfit you can make. Just grab a sweater, throw on a good fitting pair of jeans, and I like to tuck it and do a belt. Just gives more of a structured look, gives it a little bit more of an elevated look, and then a simple bootie. Cannot go wrong. One kind of more workwear geared option would be to throw a button down underneath this. So I had this little chambray kind of light denim that I used underneath this one, and it worked super well because again, this was kind of a thinner shirt, this would have done well with the white underneath as well. But since this is more of a mock neck and not a true turtleneck, you can still pop the collar out on that. I always like to roll the sleeve up and give that little peekaboo of the other sleeve underneath there. So cute, just a different way to layer. And then I did it with a wide leg pleated pant. I've had these for years from Amazon and they have gotten a ton of wear. I have them in this white and a black and a fun plaid as well. And they're just like the best workwear pants. They're elastic in the back and they're super, super comfortable. So they, even without the button down underneath, you could do just the sweater and the pants and you would be appropriate for workwear. And then I had to pair it with my olive barrel leg jeans. You guys, I have worn those pants. I got them in the Nordstrom sale. I have worn them 3 to 4 times a week since I got them, and it's still hot out. It hasn't even hit fall yet, and I am already getting my money's worth out of those jeans. So I think it is definitely worth a purchase if you like that kind of barrel leg fit, but you don't want something super dramatic. These just have that little darting on the inside of the knee, and they're so cute and flattering on. And I always love this color, but especially this time of year, throw it on with this, and it's just like, it is a fall dream. It's so cute, so comfy. I did it with a brown sneaker just for casual vibes and a little belt bag. You could do this a little bit more dressed up. It'd be easy to do a booty with that as well and kind of dress it up a little bit, but so sneaking easy and cute. That's a wrap on 4 ways to style 5 of my favorite new Walmart arrivals. You guys, the quality on these items is so, so good. I encourage you to feel them in person and you will understand what I'm talking about. You'll be so surprised. So I'm gonna link everything in the video description. Thanks so much for watching.